you need to know to close successfully investment deals. Everything that you need to understand, we will get into it today. After we have already closed over 150 million in 2024, we understand very well how we can close the investment deals and what you need to understand with the small details that feels uncertainty and losing the face from the investors or from the other side. Let's get into it directly. So, an investment deal failures, what you need to know to close successfully investment deals. You're losing deals because of two reasons, internally and externally. All right. So, you're losing deals internally and externally. How? I will tell you. The biggest key factor for both of them is only two things, lack of faith and uncertainty. So let's get into it and let's get into what I'm talking about right here. That's what we have seen after we have already closed it a limited amount of investment deals in 2024, and we have already been in touch with over 6 to 8,000 investors one-on-one on calls in 2024. So let's get into it directly and let's understand how things going on. So first touch that you have with the investor, let's say that this is the first touch that you have it here in the beginning. The first time you have already presented an intro deck to them and you have already said something that didn't make sense to their side and they have already asked you 2 or 3 times on the same thing and you give them any clear answer on the same specific points. Most of the time, they're doing that just to test you or just to see how credible are you. And if you are failing into it, so they will directly lose faith in this deal. And they will keep taking a look on others signals that will start to appear or start to shows up later on. Do you understand? I will tell you about how things will go from there. So the first time they will ask you about a teeny thing during the first discovery call, and you are not giving them a clear answer. You just give them like 2 or 3 answers that takes them to nowhere or takes them to no clear answer or clear vision. Even if the answer will not make sense to their interest, but just because you're doing that and you are not clear with the first impression with your answer, that directly will leads to uncertainty process. And let's get into it directly. So that's how it goes. First broken teeny promise. And even if you see that, all right, you have done a teeny mistake during the first call is the most important call in all of your life if you are looking to raise capital. It breaks you or it makes you. First impression and everything that you are doing during the first call, during the first 5 to 10 minutes, will actually decide if you will get founded or not. So, if you have already done the first mistake, the first teeny mistake that you thought that it will not be a big thing, it would be actually. Then number two, what would be from there if you were just being unclear with your operation, with your firm or with your startup, or if you have already said your story multiple times, why you have already built the product or have already built the service multiple times. Each time you are talking with the investors or with the same investor, he asking you that, all right, why you have started this company or why you have started this product and how you came up with this product. You give them any clear story. That's what you are going through in your mind because you're thinking that, all right, maybe if I will change my story a little bit, it will make more sense. It will be more compelling to their side. Just because you're doing this teeny changes in your own story, that makes them to lose faith and be uncertain. So that's how things will go. Then from there, number three of the number three signals from there after if they have already seen the first signal, second signal, and now the third one. Finding out about something that you didn't reveal from your side. So after the first call, they will directly do the due intelligence. Right? So that what that means, they will go and do a research on you, research on the company, and maybe they will take a look on the social proof. They will take a look on everything that you have already presented to them. All right. Most of the time they're taking notes and maybe they have already recorded the calls and they will take a look on what they have already been recorded or what they have already taken notes on. And they will take a look on it after the call. And they will do their due intelligence on that. And if they finding anything that you haven't revealed it and that is quite important to them revealed to be revealed from the first touch or from the first call. So that will make them to lose the faith completely in this deal. All right. And now they are uncertain to take decision that leads them to go further. Right. So that's exactly what we have seen. What the biggest three factors or the biggest three steps that happens all the times when we are losing investors, where when the founders, startups, or even the hedge fund managers, they're losing the investors. They're losing them in this process all the time. First touch, first broken teeny promise. It could be multiple things. It could be that you have already booked a call for today and someone from your team would show up, but they haven't showed up. It could be multiple things because that's what will make them to feel like, all right, what's going on right here? You understand? They have already got this thought of this type of thought on you. So directly they will start to consider on everything that will happen later on. And they will be more concerned on everything. So first broken teeny promise, being unclear with your story or being unclear with any detail, and then from there they will start to do intelligence after the call and they're finding out about something that you didn't reveal it from your side from the first touch. That will be a huge red flag for them. And then from there they will be uncertain to take any decision further and they will tell you, all right, you are not interested to be in this round. Maybe you can get back to us or get back to update us later on after you have already raised the fund for this round. Do you understand? That's exactly what you need to avoid. Make sure to avoid all of what I have already presented to you. Because if you can avoid all of that, you will absolutely close more deals. Keep it in the mind. You are losing investment deals because of two things: uncertainty and lack of faith. If you can just overcome them by avoiding all of what I have already provided to you, so you will absolutely kill it and raise capital in your journey. That was everything for today. If you have already seen any value in today's video, you can subscribe to the channel because I will make sure to drop you content daily.